What if everything you learned about American history was a lie? Or at least, not the whole truth? What if the history books in school conveniently left out the most shocking, heartbreaking, and inspiring stories? That's the explosive idea behind Howard Zinn's legendary book, A People's History of the United States. This isn't the story of presidents, generals, and industrialists. This is history from the ground up, told from the perspective of those who are usually silenced: the enslaved people, the factory workers, the soldiers who questioned their orders, the women who fought for their rights, and the Native Americans who resisted colonization. Zinn flips the script. He asks, was Christopher Columbus really a hero? When he arrived, there were vibrant, complex societies all over the Americas. But in the years following his arrival, disease and violence led to the deaths of millions of indigenous people. Zinn doesn't paint him as a noble explorer. He shows him as the start of a brutal conquest. It's a perspective that completely changes how you see the very beginning of the American story. And here's another mind-blowing fact Zinn uncovers. During the American Revolution, the one we celebrate for liberty and freedom, a huge number of colonists actually fought for the British. Why? Because for many poor farmers and enslaved people, the patriots were their wealthy landlords and masters. They believed they might get a better deal, or even their freedom, from the British king. The idea that everyone was united against the crown is a myth. The Revolution was also a civil war, filled with deep class divisions. A people's history is packed with these kinds of revelations. It shows you the labor strikes that were brutally crushed, the anti-war movements that the government tried to suppress, and the forgotten heroes who risked everything to demand justice. Zinn argues that the real progress in America has never been handed down from the top. It has always been fought for, demanded, and won by ordinary people who dared to stand up and say, "This isn't right." Reading this book is like putting on a new pair of glasses. Suddenly you see the patterns of power and resistance that have shaped the country. You understand why things are the way they are today. It connects the dots between the struggles of the past and the social justice movements happening right now. It shows you the courage of textile mill girls in the 1830s striking for better wages, and you see their legacy in today's fights for fair pay. You learn about the fierce resistance of Native American tribes, and you understand the deep roots of modern indigenous rights movements. This book is controversial, for sure. Some people say it's too negative, that it only focuses on the dark side of American history. But Zinn's goal wasn't to make you feel bad about being American. His goal was to empower you. He believed that if we don't know the real history of struggle, we can be tricked into thinking that change is impossible. But when we see how countless people before us fought against impossible odds and won, it gives us the courage to continue that fight. It's a powerful, challenging, and absolutely essential read. It forces you to ask tough questions. Who gets to write history? Whose stories are told, and whose are erased? And what does it truly mean to be patriotic? Is it blindly celebrating your country's past, or is it holding it accountable to its highest ideals of liberty and justice for all? This book doesn't give you easy answers. Instead, it gives you the truth, raw and unfiltered. It's a history that belongs to all of us. It's the story of the people. So, if you're ready to have your mind blown and see your country in a whole new light, you have to pick up A People's History of the United States. It might just change the way you see the world. Thanks for watching. If you found this interesting, hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into books that challenge everything. Let me know in the comments if you've read it and what you think. See you next time.